decided to make another video, you know, despite the fact that the first video just flunked. I mean, come on, 23 views and 1 fave, no new freaking subscribers, which is wonderful. So I guess there's that. Now, let's go ahead and begin that. So let's say, for instance, you do have a computer or 2 computers, and you bought yourself some really high-end graphics cards to do, you know, whatever you plan on doing. You may run into the same issue that I've run into. Your cards are sagging, both of them. And it's not because of the sockets, it's just the weight of the cards are a bit heavy for your your motherboard to hold up there. So yes, your cards are going to start sagging at the heaviest point, or at the point where there's no real support. And unfortunately that's going to happen due to the design of the PCI slot and that PCI, the PCI pins there. Looking at the cases of the computer, you can see that they're both level. So that means that the cards are in fact sagging, and even looking at them right now, they're a little bit droopy on the end there. Unfortunately, we can't actually see it unless you really are looking for it. And since I've noticed it, and I've put the level on there, I kind of notice it now. Here's a good example of the issue. I'm going to show you on this crappy graphics card, a GTX 260. It's actually the last graphics card I had before I bought the what was it, 780, GTX 780s, and that's a huge, step up from that. But that's because the computer was in storage for quite a while. As you can see here, the pins are pretty much the only thing holding up your graphics card. That's all the support you're getting right there off of these guys. You can tell there are components on there that you do not want to damage. Now, if you do damage them, I'm pretty sure you can actually use the graphics card still, as long as it's not on the 1X slot. That area right there in front. But I'm pretty sure the performance will be terrible. So within this box, we have the solution to the problem. And it's only one solution. I mean, come on, there's plenty of other designs, but this is the one that I found was most useful. I'm going to take this knife and professionally cut this box open. Yeah. There we go. As professional as it gets. Isn't that right, Evie? Yeah, I just stuck them away. Let's go ahead and put this knife away for safety reasons. We don't want to cut anybody's hands off. Alright, so inside the box we have ourselves 2 white little boxes packaged with bubbles in the center, which is, I mean, I don't see really the point of that. Maybe it's just so they don't flock around in there, Yeah. Oh wait, there's a knife. Yeah. Alright, so this is actually a process of stabbing right here. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Yeah, there, jab. Now that was about the safest thing that I've ever seen anybody do. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and open this box. Within it, we have the wonderful little unit, which I'll explain to you just what it is in just a moment. One moment. But first, a cut. Or maybe more than one cut. I really handle a knife real funny, don't I? Well, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my other crappy video. As you can see me here describing the computers that you see before you. This is a nice little review on both of those, which is not doing too good on YouTube. Unfortunately, I don't get viral videos. I mean, one thing that I've learned in the past is that in order to make a viral YouTube video, you're gonna have to have your YouTube video with a viral YouTube video. Or maybe more than one viral YouTube video. Alright, so back to the package. Let's go look inside, see what we got. So what I found was the solution to the sagging issue was to buy these wonderful little, they're like arms, what I call them. There are Atlas braces, and these guys right here, basically go underneath your graphics card and support the beneath your graphics card by using 2 more expansion slots. So not just taking up the expansion slots, they go over whatever you have there. So if you do have stuff in expansion slots already, it's fine. Just unscrew and use their specialized long ass screws to compensate for that. And it's a really good thing that they're black, because my case has all black inside. Although the screws I find do strip. So still. We got our U-Haul bubble wrap inside. There we go. Throw away that Enviro bubble. And there we are. It's a nice little brace here. It's got, let's say, a glossy side and a matte side. And the matte side's more of a textured matte kind of finish on it, which is nice. It's like the product was actually made in a mold, more or less, than it was 3D printed. Although I do kind of get that 3D print feel of it. I don't know why, but I do. I guess the question is, do I get a cheap feel of the unit? And I do get a little cheap feel, but then again, the product is pretty cheap. It's only 25 bucks for one of these. And I guess it's definitely worth it. You know, not seeing your graphics card back in the PCI, especially if you're transporting it, I'd say that that's the hugest, you know, security right there for you. We have ourselves here the instructions. One long ass page of instructions. I'm not too certain why they didn't make a visual instruction like you find in most packages. I mean, they did find a graphics artist, obviously, because if you look at the box, there's a illustration of the unit right there. I don't see why you could not just repeat the illustration on the box several times, just adding, you know, the screws, which are circles, and details as to how it assembles. That's really easy. I mean, it's screws and washers are simple circles. I'm sorry, I'm speaking as an artist here, but come on. Either way, if you look at the unit itself, it looks really great. I'd say it blended in any unit, any computer setup that you have, unless you don't have 3 expansion slots behind your computer and you only have 2, in which case you're screwed. I mean, there's nothing else I could say there. But you have to have a minimum of 4 expansion slots behind there in order to install this. So mini micro ATX cases with only 3 will not suffice on that one. But you know, this one has more than enough room. Just smack that guy in there and screw it in. Now, they do say this is a single graphics card setup kind of thing here. But I can see somebody using dual SLI with this. All you have to do is just use an SLI bridge that's long enough, and you can have it connect right there. I don't see why this is a single graphic. It's a bad advertisement for them, but okay. I guess that's what's gonna have to fly. So installation's pretty difficult. It's almost like installing a graphics card or any other device in the computer. You'd have to go over there and fit around this. It's probably just because of the case, though. This Corsair case does have this it has this shield right there that blocks those connectors, and it's plastic, so it does sound like something that you could remove. It's not supporting anything, but keeping the integrity of the case, I would say just get a thinner screwdriver and fight with it, like I didn't do, and I'm not doing. So in this video, you would see me fighting with a large fat screwdriver on an even fatter screwdriver to try to get this in there. Yeah, smart. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that. Just fidgeting with it. Okay, yes, anyways, it is pretty ideal to secure your graphics cards even when you're transporting them. I would say it is kind of expensive. It is kind of expensive. I'm pretty sure since this seems like it's a smaller company, um, computer manufacturer or people like small companies, obviously, people who build computers and sell them could purchase these guys for their single or SLI setups. I'm actually advocating their devices as being SLI compatible, even though they're not saying it, but they can, you know, make a deal with these guys, and you can actually add these to computers for, you know, shipment and all shipment reasons. You can actually add those in there. I know it seems kind of excessive from the bubble wrap that people usually put in computer cases to protect the graphics card from being damaged during transport, but still, I would say this is actually a nicer fix. When people get their computers, they're gonna look in there and see this thing and say, "Wow, you know what? I'm gonna keep that in there. You know, it looks pretty freaking great." And there's no point in adding extra support when you have one of these in there. I mean, you just leave it like that, because that graphics card will now be supported through any sort of transport. As you can tell, I'm gonna freaking transport this computer all over the place. At least one of them is gonna move all over the place. The other one's just gonna be sitting there, not doing much. Alright. So there is 3 screws and 3 washers. No bolts, thank God. So the 3 long screws go into the side over there. They do not look anything like the thumb screws, unfortunately. They look like little tiny black screws, and they actually look pretty cheap. It's still not bad though. It still works pretty good. They go directly into the main screw holes. There's some special stuff going on here. After you screw all 3 of them in, just push up against the card, and it definitely aligns it for sure. I mean, I've seen several different devices like this that will actually align your graphics card perfectly. The only reason why I went with this particular one is because, one, it does not intrude in your case. It doesn't take over. For instance, this black build, you can see right through those holes that it has. It's not like it's something huge. It's not something you can't see through well. It's black, so it matches pretty much everything else inside of the case. And at the same time, it doesn't overpower your graphics card when it comes to the look department, like aesthetics reason. If you look at the graphics card and you look at that unit down there, you can almost not even tell that it's there. And if you can tell it's there, it looks like it's a part of the graphics card, like it's something necessary for that graphics card. You know, it looks like a support for that, but doesn't look like it's something your eye immediately goes to. Now there are brands that are out there that's solid metal, and I mean heavy. From what I've seen, that's really thick stuff. That would definitely overpower your graphics card, unless your graphics card is made out of platinum or something all around. All you will see that like a big giant piece of metal with the graphics card sitting on top of it. Alright, well, so we're done assembling here. We're gonna go ahead and check it out. Now right here you're gonna see, as I push up, the graphics card is going to straighten out. You actually visually see this one. And here it is. Look at that. You can also tell right there on the leveler that now it is straight with the case and everything else that's inside of it. That weight that's on the end is supported. It's not gone, because obviously the graphics card is heavy, but it's supported. And that is what matters. Go ahead and tighten those 3 screws. 3 really, I don't know, annoying screws, I would say. Only annoying because they lose their threading really quick. I don't know what's up with that. Now I was actually trying to use the factory thumb screws that came with the unit and failed miserably at doing that. I'm not too sure why. I'm pretty sure it had something to do with the fact that these are actually pretty thick. They're not small, they're pretty thick. Alright, well there we have it. There's leveled. They look pretty neat in there. Look at that. That looks freaking awesome. I mean, I don't see any other reason why the other one won't look this great. Let's take a look at that now. And there we go. The classified one is also very straight after doing the same process with a little bit of extra work, because this card is actually more heavier and it sticks out further, so the fans are actually in the way of where the original rubber bumpers are. So these right here, you know, hold that card in straight. And now if you could both of them, they actually look straighter. Like you can actually see it now. Nearly invisible. Like you can also not even tell that those are there. And when you do tell that they're there, they actually look pretty good. So, I mean, alright, don't forget to subscribe to my videos. I'm just kidding. Of course no one's gonna subscribe. It should be evident from the first video that there is no subscriptions, or it's not possible. Remember what I said, in order to get viral videos, make sure your videos are viral videos. It's the only way you can spread this shit. Alright?